Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to do some Azorius auras and top 1% ranked Mythic Standard. Only new card really to call out here is going to be the Wonderweave Aerialist, a 2-mana 2/2 Spider Human Hero at common rarity. It's got Ward 2, and this creature has flying as long as it's modified. Ward 2 is fairly tough to get through, and if you immediately slap on a Shelter by Ghost, now it's got Ward 4 and flying, and so that just scales out of range from there. Stack some Scavenger tokens on it, stack a Ethereal Armor on it, and you're pretty much good to go. So one of the only non-enchantments in the deck, in addition to the Entity Tracker Draw Engine. We're also going to run 3 copies of Fear of Imposters in a single rescue. We'll see how this goes. There'll be some matchups where the opponent has a really important, turn 4, turn 5 play to resolve, especially like a sweeper. And if we can counter it, even if they get a 2/2 Manifest Dread out of it, I think it's going to be worth it. Plus, it's an enchantment, and it's flash, so we can hold it open with the Entity Tracker depending on what the opponent is doing. That's pretty much it. Mana base is weird. We don't have that many dual lands in blue and white right now. So we got 4 passages and 4 starting towns. I think a single Cavern of Souls is actually totally free here. We have a couple humans, like the Aerialist and the Tracker. We have a couple Glimmers, like the Inquisitive Glimmer and the Innocence, and also the Scavenger's a human too. So I think it's worth throwing in a single Cavern of Souls. I don't think it's going to hurt us too much. Sideboard has got some other stuff you can run, but we're going to start with this here today and see how it goes. This is one of the decks you guys have been asking for. Someone in the comments a couple days back maybe asked if I could do some Azorius auras, so here we go. We shall see how this does. Mike Long. Mana's good. Hand's okay. Not super impressive against mono red. Let's get run over quickly. Might just go Creeper, draw a card. Opponent is on Simic. Okay. Well, the Aerialist is not so bad into open mana. A little bit of stick here, though. Could have a counterspell come out. Could be like a Sultai control deck. Some dragons, some Dispelling Exhale type stuff. Yep, there it is. Okay. Holding open mana again. I don't really want to throw away the Innocence into a counterspell if we can. So we have him. The Creeper here or the Aerialist again is not so bad. Resolve without a hitch. Okay, very nice. Could probably wait on this. We have the next land anyway, so if we want to go Innocence this turn, we can still slap down Ethereal Armor. Can't target through the Ward 2, as far as I know. Okay, we have a counterspell. I forget if they even have sweepers. I think this is fine to come down here. Question is, do we run out the Ethereal Armor? It's not a huge payoff. We get a little bit of damage through. If they spend their entire turn removing it, I don't know if it's worth it yet. Plus, they might be a little bit afraid of a Shard Mage Rescue. Paths of the Dead. Creature spell. Alright, so what is that? That's Cavern of Souls. I don't know if it's just Reanimator. We don't really know what they are yet. I guess we should assume Reanimator here. They just have nothing good down there yet. Okay, that's a good card in general. You can hold that open. Okay, it is in fact Reanimator. We're going to need that Fear of Imposters for sure to counter their the big Reanimator turn. Hopefully they don't have land and blue and a counterspell. That'll make the thing uncountable too. Damn. Alright, well, there goes Fear of Imposters. We will get back an Aerialist, and then we can flash into Tracker too. They named Spider. Let's see if they have Kavira ready to go. Feels like it, but yeah. Okay, cannot be countered. But they have a little bit underwhelming of a sweep here. And then we'll see if we can get the tracker down or not. Sandy stick, we draw a card. Alright, can we get out of this? Okay. We're probably going... I don't know if they have much removal. I guess they could have Awaken the Undead. To pay Ward 2 twice. I'm down to play this guy out. Alright, let's see the comeback. Uncounterable Dragon. Alright, that's interesting. But yeah, I really don't want to see Awaken the Undead. Pay Ward twice. Doesn't look like it. Mill. They can get back a bringer or leave it down there and sweep the board again. Turn bolt into the hand. Alright, we'll see if they have the next Kavira in hand or not. They do. Alright, so they sweep the board again. We just get back an Aerialist. They get back their other bringer here. Too bad. Get an ETB draw. Okay. Not great. I think we're just trying to draw as many cards as we can this turn. Look for some more shelters. Entity tracker. 12 or 16. We're not dead yet, actually. Well, we could run out the tracker and play a bunch of enchantments. We don't have any trample, though. If they get really greedy on the attack, also could be a way to win. I think you give that to them. Top 4. Took lands down. Let's see how aggressive we get here. That's what I want to know. Touch and lands. Uncounterable dragon. Uncounterable spider. Digging through the graveyard. Dragonstorm for 2. Okay. Three mana open, no blue for a counter. Terror of the Peaks, okay. That is the dragon to cast. Let's see how many get in though. 2. 3. I mean, I hope they have a plan. We modify the area list and pretty much go for lethal, right? With Ward 2. Unless they have Caustic Exhale. If they tap out, then we really go to town. Can I afford to play the Entity Tracker here? It's largely greedy, right? I don't think we need to play this to win. I think we just have the win, right? I think we want to hold the counter still. I don't even think they can pay the ward too, though, right? Oh, they can with the Bolt Tender, actually. No problem. Leave open white. Counter the Bitter Triumph. Very nice. Very nice. They get a 2-2. It does not fly, though. They were too greedy with that attack. It's a 7-7. It's a big chunker. It's a big, chunky flying boy. All right. Very nice. So we could have been greedy and tapped out for the Entity Tracker, but if they had any removal there, then we're tapped out. They can kill our, future flying threat, and then we wouldn't have won that game. So I wasn't sure if they had a removal spell or not. I actually forgot about the mana from the little guy to pay Ward 2. I was thinking Caustic Exhale might come through or something. Which I guess would have been 2 mana anyway. But cool. Yeah, they got too greedy there, and we played that last little bit of the game nicely. Around their really only out. All right, 1 win in the bag. Krobin, D4C, says, I like Kitsa a lot. One of my first decks was Is It Otters during Bloomburrow. Kitsa was pretty much my first legendary. It is legendary. Would love to see an Is It version or even mono blue with it. That's a road draw. One goes first. Hand is okay. Do want that third lane. We run 24 of them, so will it come through? It is mono red. And we have no shelter yet. Okay, if you come down on white here. So we could go Aerialist Ethereal Armor and just try to get someone very difficult to interact with and attack through. I think that is the priority. So obviously if they have Shock, they can go land Shock, pay the ward. But this does survive over. If they have Shock there, they just kill the Hull Creeper immediately. Shock the land in. Feels like they do have Shock. They go for the Nemesis, looking to shut off life gain. So how do we win this? I mean, we need to get our way to shelter and get rid of the Nemesis somehow. Probably can't race back from this position too well, though we could try. I think I am going to trade here. I still really feel like they have shock, so I think they're just going to shock the Nemesis, and then we're kind of screwed. Which means I don't think the Innocence is actually going to play that well. We could flash the tracker and try to eat the Goblin. I guess they could upgrade into a 3-2 and trade, which is so great. We could try to Fear of Imposters, the shocked on the Nemesis. It's not... We're on the draw against Monitor. We had no turn one play. We have no shelter. Challenger for 2. Pre-blocks. Lightning Helix or something. There's the shock. They've had it for a while. They don't use it on the Nemesis, though. I'm a little bit surprised. But we're really far behind at this point, so... Maybe that's fair. Down to 4. There's the shelter showing up. It's too late, though. It is too late. And yeah, we're just dead here. Nothing we can do. I think there's nothing to be done. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't think there's really anything to be done. Okay. A lovely game on the draw. Joyous. Just wonderful. Brandon News says on the Tamir Kitsa Reanimator deck, at the 4-minute and 13-second mark, opponent counters with a scoop, which is uncounterable. I don't know what name this is. SDREHXC says, I'm a big fan of any deck with a focus on Bloomburrow cards. You had said that 6 months ago. You'd be burned at the stake, right? Because every deck was a Manifold Mouse or whatever. I wasn't playing at the time, but I really liked the aesthetic. Was a huge Redwall fan as a kid. Still have almost all the books. I read some Redwall as a kid too. Maybe a good amount. It's definitely good at the time. Want to play? I think we can make this work. Mono red Death Sleeves. That is interesting. My face has been in the bottom right corner the entire time. Whoops. True to their name, it is mono red. Good name, Glimmer, and save a little bit of life against mono red. I don't hate that. One is sitting on the shock. And we either go Tracker Flash, Armor, draw 2 cards. Pretty decent. Helix, okay. Or we can do the Innocence thing. Feels like Tracker is the play. Tracker, and then even Ethereal Armor on the Innocence, maybe. Okay, do you want to run right into it? Let's see it. Yes. Yes, delicious. Beautiful. Feast. This for 2 and that for 2. Let's start with this. I think we won it on the lifelinker, but I guess we'll try to preserve this guy through Lightning Helix. It's a big boy. Maybe the next Ethereal Armor goes in the Innocence, though, if they're tapped out. I mean, decent revenge versus the last game, I'll tell you that. I've definitely thrown away things into the Flash Entity Tracker before. It's pretty rare that you play against it. And so I've definitely thrown away some 2/2s into the 2/3 before. It does happen sometimes. Ianitis says, I would have muted that player too. It's wild how impatient or immature some people are. That guy was annoying as hell. I hate that guy. At least once a week, I get some dude that starts raging and spamming sleeper emotes either over the deck. I can tell because it happens as soon as I play a card they don't like. Oh, I see. Whether it's a Nemesis or a Cauldron or Synthesizer, genuinely don't know why these people play Standard if they rage at every good card in the format. This is it's a long parentheses. Either over the card in the deck I'm playing, or because I took more than 5 seconds to make a play, even though I'm very clearly mousing over things on my side of the field. I kind of feel bad for these people. I can only imagine how miserable they must be to get so upset at something so trivial. It's almost always in the play queue too, so it's like, just forfeit and go next. What is the point of spending emotes? Yeah, that's too bad. Play queue as well. We're on the play. Black. Yeah, we could save some of these enchantments to go with the Aerialist, I guess. Discount's not actually doing anything. I'm sorry, save the enchantments to go with the tracker is what I meant to say. Okay. Nice. That's quite nice. Even if they nab this first one, you don't have to worry too much about it. Tap land, do nothing. Let's see if they can or do counter or kill this. Resolves to start. Dead, alright. Take a life, we'll try again this next turn. Let's come in tapped. I think on white is fine. Kind of giving it away, but we'll try one more time. I almost don't want to throw this next one away. I mean, if we're very lucky they tap out for like stock up or something, we'd be thrilled to see that. Consume with the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the rest to your graveyard. You gain 3 life. All right, let's go. Top 4, 1 into hand, rest into graveyard. And it's a another Reanimator deck, maybe blue-black Reanimator, perhaps. Okay, we'll draw some cards here. Enchantment, draw a card. Enchantment, draw a card. Okay. Cruel Salmon-Phage and Scholar. Yeah, you gotta think the Reanimator. I hope they don't have Sweeper then. Like, are you really gonna run Deadly Cover-Up in your Steam Core Scholar? Cruel Salmon-Phage deck? I think not. So this is a good place for us to be. We can go Innocence Glimmer, keep drawing cards. Beseech, go fetch something. But we're not sacking Momentum Breaker, or we're not bargaining it away. That's kind of interesting. Man, that makes you think they do have like the Deadly Cover-Up. That's such a weird play, right? Do you think they really run that though? Then they can just exile the Innocence, which isn't so good, right? I don't think we have to play out anything else here. Maybe we can play one Scavenger. But it feels like a sweeper, so hopefully we can play the tracker post-sweep. If it's Deadly Cover-Up and they take all of our trackers, we're going to be sad. But we just don't know. We just don't know what they're doing. It's just weird to see Scholar and Beseech and Commune and the Cruel Salmon-Phage. Like, we really don't know what's going on. But it feels like a janky kind of... it is Deadly Cover-Up. Okay, let's see if they take the... Let's see who they're exiling here. We went with the Innocence. That means we do get to resolve the tracker. And hopefully that's their only sweeper. We just don't know. Alright, show me not a land. It's a land. Okay, not so good. Opponent's at 10, 5 cards in hand. And if the tracker goes down, then that's pretty bad. Looks like it will. Discard a land from hand. Exile our graveyard? Okay. Top deck it is. Early game. Unless they whiff super hard. If we draw a tracker and something to go with it. Maybe they're Excruciator Demon. Everything makes black so far. And then you could use Beseech to go get the demon. Just not cast it for free. Yeah, everything continue to make black. I could see it being an Excruciator Demon deck. Yeah, one card left in hand, but they have the Restless Reef too. Okay. I'm close to done. JMac7861 says, I feel dumb watching your videos because I stay, all caps, trying to read cards and shite. There is the demon, in fact. That's okay. When I first started, I don't know how long you've been watching for, but when I first started watching Magic videos, I didn't know what any of the cards did, you know? Just had no idea. So it was like a whole magical wonderland, right? Planeswalker, what does that do? What does this thing do? Oh my gosh. It's so much going on. It was very cool to learn everything from scratch. It's like one of those things where if you could go back in time and watch a movie from scratch, it could be really fun. I think going back and getting to learn Magic from scratch would be pretty cool. So hopefully you enjoy the process. I don't think you need to feel dumb about it, though. Everyone's there at some point. Ishtiak Khan says, love the content and be quite interested in seeing you pilot a weapons manufacturing deck or a Ketchamos control deck. I have not played weapons manufacturing once. I could do that. Ketchamos, I have liked sometimes. This is okay. Go. Just big area. Let's hope it gets there. Ketchamos can be hit or miss. It depends how you build it, but if you just go white and black, you can decimate some matchups and then just be totally useless in others. Red and green stomping ground. We don't really know what that is, actually. Seems like this is still the path. Means we can also save the Hall Creeper to follow the tracker. If they're like Delirium, we can just go Shelter Ethereal Armor and just annihilate them. If they're like a weird... Okay, yeah, I think we just go Shelter then. Could wait one more turn on it, I guess. Honestly, probably the correct play is just to Shelter and Ethereal Armor there. It's very hard for them to beat that, but if we're feeling greedy, we can just Tracker, and maybe take a creature, and then still get some draws out of it. But I don't think you need it. I think if you just go Shelter Ethereal Armor this turn, I think they basically cannot win from that position. But of course now we get a nice pick, so we feel pretty good about that. Okay, I think that's likely game. I'll be pretty surprised if they can come back. They cannot get through the ward 4 to save their life in red and green. And it's only going to get bigger and badder from there. They have a crazy slick shot turn, which I guess is possible. If they go slick shot and 4 pump spells, can you win from here? Slick shot, pump, 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 fling. Alright, that's 2 mana 1, so I'm not scared about that. Make a treasure though. Gold rush, I don't know what that does. +2/+2. For each treasure you control, it's an 11/16. Are they gonna fling us? Oh, God. This sucks so much. I fucking hate this game. Oh, what a dumb fucking game. Yeah, interestingly enough, if we had just gone for the shelter play, we actually might have won there. Or at least would have had a little bit more life. God. That's my least favorite card. The Callous Sellsword Fling deck is my least favorite deck in Standard. And it still exists. Alright, that's it for comments. We got other comments left. Someone was asking me how I play Magic the Gathering on, well, MTG Arena on Mac. I just have something called Epic Games, and through that, I have downloaded it. It's been not a problem ever. This guy was having True Strike partitioning his hard drive with, like, I forget what it's called. Boot Camp, maybe? To split it up into a Mac and a PC at the same time. But I don't think you have to do all that. Okay. We shall see if this guy survives. If it does, I guess we go Shelter and then +2/+2. Try to keep it beefy. Okay, 1 mana Astronaut. Attack with both, no blocks. 2 mana, very suspiciously open. Alright, Needlehead, okay. Down to 11. Who's this guy? I think it's this guy. 4/3. 1 more Shelter ready to go. We can survive Lightning Strike. Okay, we could still get out of this. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 5. Another land. Alright, nice. Good enough. Well, we're out of comments. If you've made it 30 minutes into the video, 34 minutes, then thank you for making it this far. Leave some more comments and questions, because otherwise, the rest of the video... what's even worse is I'm actually trying to film multiple videos today. I'm planning to see one of the wonders of the world. I wonder which one it is, the 8th wonder of the world. Which wonder is Chichen Itza? Well, it's one of them. I guess they're not ranked in order. On the play, looks great. We have yet to have a scavenger on one game. So my plan is actually to film 3 videos today. Since we're already out of comments now, we're likely not to have any comments in the next two videos either, but that's okay. Maybe I can go through Reddit and find random Magic the Gathering questions to answer. Hello. On a red, Firebrand. Immediate kill, no Shard Mage Rescue. It's okay. Creeper, attack, unblockable, copy the tracker. I think I'd be quite okay with that. Double draw engine. Opponent says, nah, don't be doing that. We're not here for that. The blocks. Dead immediately. Okay. Still not so bad. Another one. Don't think we even threatened the block here. If there's a Nemesis, we might counter it. That is an interesting choice. Let this go. I'm not going to throw the tracker away to a shock. You think they got the Lightning Strike? I guess so. No? Excellent. Let's see what we got. A stick here still. Okay. Sure. I don't really want to shock this in, but I think we should. It's not even an enchantment. No shock. Nemesis. Are we shutting off life gain? Or are we killing the Hull Creeper? If we don't kill the Hull Creeper, then alright, we're shocking the Nemesis. And then I guess we're killing the Hull Creeper. I think it's try to copy the tracker. See if they let us get away with it. And then hopefully we counter something, and then... I mean, we're close to dead, but... I think that one gets countered. Double draw. I get it, 2/2, which could be a creature. Okay. I think we are taking this block. I think we are taking this block. We'll see if they go face or tracker. I think face at this point, right? Drop us to 4. We're effectively at 3 off the Firebrand. No way to gain life. Alright, we do have one more counterspell, though. Opponent's at 8. One counterspell open. We are effectively at 3. They only have 1 white for like Boros Charm type stuff. Slick Shot in the air. Is that our counter? I guess so. We don't really have a good answer to it otherwise. If they have Lightning Strike, they just win, but yeah, we don't have a good answer to this otherwise. And now we're looking a way to make the Aerialist huge. Like Scavenger, Ethereal Armor, huge flyer out of nowhere to close it out would be good. They've been a Boros Charm, it's a land, it's another Aerialist. Still sitting at 3 life. Touch and stuff, we're all tapped out. Burst Lightning drops us to 2, Firebrand to 1, we're still in it. Okay. I don't have that much mana to work with. I actually don't have that much white mana to work with either. But I guess that's fine, we can't use the pain land either way. That's a good one. Can't shock in. But that is a good one. It's a 6/6. There's a land. But, we don't have enough to get there, right? Play the Glimmer. We bump it up 1. No, we do get there still. We do have lethal. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Okay. Nice. They block 3 of these guys, and then 1 gets through, right? Right, block 3. Yeah. Very nice. Actually, that's not true. They can block a different one and then sack the Firebrand and kill the Innocents. Right, if they had blocked the Imposters and then killed the Innocents and then chump block the other 2, they have 1 more draw. I mean, they'd probably lose anyway. No, they gives them 1 more draw. Right. Chump block the 3/2, sack the Firebrand, kill the Innocents, and then throw the other 2 blocks under the bus. Take 7 and top deck Burst Lightning for the win. I think they have 1 more draw to make there. On the draw, Aerialist Shelter is good. We face this guy every day. I guess he plays at the same time or something, I don't know. I'm reading a Reddit comment from 2 months ago. Can someone explain to me, a newish player, why Standard has issues? I understand many of the arguments on a conceptual level, such as speed, necessity of turn-on interaction, 3 to 5 turn games, domination of 1 to 3 decks in the mid-game, etc., but I need to clarify where I'm coming from here to more effectively get at my question. I started with Bloomburrow, started dabbling in Standard Ladder with Duskmourn, made a full switch from best of 1 to best of 3, blah blah blah, never Mythic, always Platinum Diamond. Standard, to me, has been pretty much the same since I started. Blueberry says Duskmourn. My question is, if Standard is broken, what is it supposed to look like? That was from 2 months ago, and I forget how that lines up with, like, ban timings, but, I mean, Standard doesn't really seem super broken to me right now. The only decks I really don't like is Mono Green, because it just seems so straightforward and uninteresting, the Mono Green Landfall deck. And then as you saw, I don't really like the Fling deck. I always think the Fling deck is fucking dumb. Because it doesn't win that high a percentage of the time, right? It's like a 50-50 deck at best. But if you're on the wrong side of the corn flip, there's really nothing you can do. I don't like that. I don't like having nothing. I can be like, oh, well, I guess that's just it. Sorry, I guess it's our turn here. I thought I'd hear some audio cue that we're ready to go. Orzhov Sage. I guess this guy runs the same thing every day. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe he always runs Sephiroth. It's a good turn 2 play. They don't have the perfect turn 1 play, though. So, do we have to shelter Voice immediately? Sir Vontam. Well, they have a 4/4 now. When it dies or is put into exile, it's up to one target non-land permanent. So they can just destroy the shelter. So that sucks. So I guess we don't do that. I guess we flash in the tracker, try to eat the voice victory. That is rough. This feels like a rough start. Why does he have a 4/4 that I can't interact with? Okay. Alright. I mean, the only thing he's got going for him is this, though. Yeah, I think we're double blocking the voice here. Ooh, I totally fucking forgot. My bad. Oh god, I whiffed that so hard. I completely forgot that, I haven't played Voice Victor in a while. Or at least, I don't know, I just haven't played in a little while. Ooh. Shuts down the enemy tracker on their turn, obviously. Oh, alright. This might just be an auto-concede. I just completely forgot about that. Down to 10 against a 7/7 menace. That's not so good. Oh, man, that's so bad. Again, if we just shelter here, they get rid of the shelter and they get the Servant Fondham back, and that's not super helpful for us. Yeah, I mean, kind of threw that away for sure. Whoops. I mean, we're about dead either way. That was a huge mistake, though. Okay, double block the Servandham here. Hope that gets us somewhere. See if we get one more blocker here. Actually do. Good top deck. To draw the most number of cards, doesn't matter if we go Innocence or Tracker first. Could hit a discount card, right? I'm gonna have one white left. Two white left. Interesting. I don't think we need the counterspell per se. Go baby go. One short. Now, he does have a 1/1 flying blocker. So we're not going to win next turn. But we might not have to block this turn. It could be interesting. Land is last card in hand. Leaves back the 1/1 blocker. We don't really want to give him more flying blockers. Can probably eat you. Or we can double block the voice and just get rid of that for now. I think that's basically okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Sure. Get rid of the voice. I think that's okay. Looking for one removal spell. There it is, dude. Jeez. Despite absolutely throwing that game away, we actually are going to get there here. Never didn't have it. Busted and broken. We did not deserve that win. I'm so sorry, dude. Did not deserve that at all. He has no way to sack it. He's out of cards. That's game. Alright, don't do that. Remember, if your opponent plays Voice of Victory, you cannot cast spells on their turn. So, pure luck down on that one. Total and abysmal misplay, but, you know, when you focus on other stuff, it happens. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Let's talk about deck construction a little bit, because you're just to net deck this off of the internet. It's definitely built a little bit differently. You just net deck it off the internet. What else is in there? I think they're running 4 Fear of Surveillances instead of 4 of the Aerialists. I mean, this card isn't terrible for sure. You know, it's an enchantment. It fuels all your stuff. It's got Vigilance. It's got some Surveil kind of pseudo draw effect on it, so it's very good. But it is interesting to have the Aerialist kind of come out of nowhere and be very difficult to target, and the flying threat I think is very decent. You know, they're close. I was happy with the Aerialist today, obviously. I think the Aerialist is good. I think the Ward 2 means it survives the turns it comes down. And then just stacking an Ethereal Armor Shelter kind of runs you away with a lot of games, so I think it's good. Fear of Surveillance isn't bad, but I think the Aerialist is really quite a decent pickup here. There's also like a random, maybe 2 Curiosities and 2 Flood Pits and 2 Mistmores in the other versions. I don't know how good Curiosity is or not. Depends if you run Aerialist or not, right? But how many creatures actually get in there? The Creeper, the Hull Creeper is unblockable. So that one is nice, right? But it's not like we have a million little flyers that can all chip in and draw us 3 cards like the Dimir deck. So I don't think it's quite as good as it looks. Always a good card for sure. But I think the fact that we really only have 1 evasive threat and then maybe an Aerialist if we set it up. And people who are net decking this, I think, aren't running the Aerialist either. So I don't think you should run Enduring Curiosity by default. Like, I think you actually need to think about it. And then Flood Pits on 3, like I opted for 4 Trackers and 4 Innocents, which is pretty standard stuff. I liked having the Aposter's Counterspell in there. I forget if we got to pull it off too much today. I think maybe it worked a little bit. It's kind of a weird one to have because you give them the Manifest Creature, and again, we're not super evasive all the time without like a Creeper or the Aerials, but it seemed to work okay. I think I'd rather that over the Flood Pits. It's a good turn 5 play. You got a 5 mana, 5/3, draw 2 discard that does that every turn. I think that's pretty good. But the 3 mana, tapping out, and not filling the board state, I did not love. So I didn't include any Flood Pits. And then Mistmore is also, yeah, I mean, the sets of 2/2/1s isn't that impactful. It's a little more expensive. So I ran 24 land, bunch of draw engines, Aerialist, kind of a win con. And yeah, standard stuff, and I was pretty happy with it. So, yep, there you go. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Leave lots of comments. Leave more comments. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.